Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's watch the close. We got 8 minutes till close. This right here is the all-time high on the SPY. Um, I have still have my Cliff 14 call. Um, I'm I'm I have a bid in to buy it at 20. That's what this is. And right now the bid ask is at 15 and 17. I like this chart, but tomorrow's Friday and I'm running out of time. I'm kind of pissed at myself. Um, Cliff gapped up in the morning. Um, let's get that whole daily chart there. Gapped up to 14.15, I think. The high was 14.16, and I was hoping we would take that out. I was looking at a double right here, but I just never pulled the trigger, and I watched it fail, drop all the way down to 10. But I'm still holding. Up until about 20 minutes ago, this candle was red, and I would have been a little bit more nervous. Um, the open and close, well, the open was 1384. So as soon as we crossed that 84 level, that candle went green. I want to show you something. This can be can be referred to as a Darvis box. In our trading room today, Alan or Andrew brought up the Darvis system. And you can, if you want, read up on Darvis. Um, just Google Darvis box. But this basically he was a dancer, believe it or not, and made a lot of money in the market looking at what he called Darvis boxes. The theory is that a stock will bounce around a box. Um, and I wish I could trace a box here. And then as soon as it goes above that box, if you look at volume, its volume explodes and it carries up. So that's how he traded. He looked for these boxes to develop, put a buy in above the box, put a stop loss below the box, and just traded these boxes. They're more prevalent on daily charts. They're more prevalent in the afternoons on lower time frames charts because in the morning, um, you get this erratic movement. But as soon as it consolidates, and this I think is what the squeeze is trying to do as well. Because if you notice when this box forms, um, the squeeze forms, and when it triggers, it explodes out of the box. Um, I, hmm, I've made the decision that if I sell this call at 20, great. That's about 40% from my investment. Uh, If I don't sell it at 20, I am going to be okay carrying it forward till tomorrow. And if if we don't pop up, I have a feeling it's going to expire worthless or drop very quite significantly. Um, but I think it's a risk that I'm willing to take, basically because I like this triangle or this pennant form. So whether or not we get uh, um, a move up, I think, depends a lot on the Stimulus Act. Um, and here's what they don't agree on. Um, Republicans want to restrict the Federal Reserve's emergency lending authority. Um, Democrats want money for states and cities. Um, and there's also the direct payments to individuals. Now remember, there's two stimulus packages. There's this one, the main 800 billion, I believe it is, 900 billion. And then there's the smaller package that includes the more controversial things. So what I'm hoping happens overnight, because they do need to get this finalized and they do need to write up a bill before the weekend or well before Sunday. I'm hoping that if push comes to shove, they take these things that they can't agree on, push them down to the lower bill, and pass anything. Um, and if that happens, I think any type of agreement is good for the market. So, and this kind of sucks. We're still having a green candle, but we're pushing close to that. Um, Open equals close, and that would basically be an indecision doji. Um, if you look at the SPY, um, let's do this. The SPY's daily chart. That's also a doji. But if you notice, look at the long wick at the bottom. Um, Basically meaning sellers pushed it down and then buyers came back in versus this is actually closing at the bottom, which makes me a little nervous as well. But we are a stone's throw from 14 where the my call goes in the money. Um, so I guess I got to risk it. So hopefully, hopefully you guys did well trading today. We will catch